So if you've decided to go out and make an acquisition, let's say that you've already agreed to a purchase price and you've even signed a letter of intent and due diligence is beginning to happen, it's entirely possible that the seller can change the existing assets and liabilities of the company you're buying without changing the EBITDA. In fact, I'll tell you that EBITDA has a lot of shortcomings, especially if you're basing an acquisition on an EBITDA. EBITDA ignores working capital altogether. We're talking about inventory, receivables, payables, and accruals. So you're expecting a certain amount of these things in the business, and all of a sudden you get there and it's not there, and you're having to dip into your own pocket to replenish that working capital or have to borrow that money. So let's talk about the three things that typically sellers would do to shortchange you. Number one, they'll speed up the collection of their receivables. This is where they're making the call to the customer and say, look, let me give you 5% discount if you'll pay 2 weeks early or a month early. This could be happening a month prior to them deciding that they wanted to sell, or it could be after you sign the letter of intent and during due diligence. Second thing you will see is games with inventory, where they will stop buying inventory and start liquidating existing inventory, both finished and unfinished inventory. So, or you'll after you've bought the business and you get in there and you find that half the inventory is obsolete. The third thing is accounts payables. And we see this often as well, where the seller is slowing down the payments of these payables. So all year long they've operated, or for years they've operated on a net 30 basis. All of a sudden we find that the payables are net 45 or net 60 and so forth. So by slow paying the payables, they're also stripping the cash out of the business. And again, now you are short working capital and you're going to have to dip into your pocket. Which is why a smart advisor, smart mergers and acquisition advisor, would insist on two things to protect their clients. Number one, if you were working with me, I'd want to make sure that in the purchase and sale agreement there was a strong working capital hurdle. And what's a working capital hurdle? Well, it's the target working capital amount that a seller must leave in the business. And I'm talking about receivables, payables, inventory, and accruals. Another thing which comes to the collectability of this adjustment is that a smart advisor would advise you to make sure that there is a holdback or an escrow put away in an account that we can make this working capital adjustment to. So we can make a dollar for dollar adjustment from the escrow account, and we don't have to worry about a collectability issue. Rare Brain Capital helps companies improve performance and sell for maximum value. How ready is your company to grow or to sell? Want to know how you're doing? Get your free score plus customized report in just a few minutes at no cost or obligation. Visit rarebrain.com/score.